Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of the WoW Worldly Black Men. I wanted to continue on this because I really felt like I really needed to do a part two to this. Because in part one, I really didn't get a chance to go into details of everything that I wanted to discuss. I was just kind of like, touching base on everything. But in part two, I just want to go deeper into this message. And as I was saying in part one, is that a lot of these black men, they're just gone. None of them are seeing what's in front of their eyes. They're too busy blinded by all these worldly things. It's like with these black men, it's like it's tunnel vision. And it's like the three things that, basically it's like three things they're focused on. It's weed, pussy, and money. Weed, pussy, and money. It's like, that's like the tunnel vision with these black men. That's all they're focused on. They're worried about if they can get their weed, if they can get their pussy, if they can get their money. And how do they get their money? Let's say hustling, illegal stuff, selling marijuana, selling coke, all illegal things that's either going to get them locked up in prison for a very long time. So yes, it's something to whereas it's worldly. It really is. Sex is worldly. A lot of men, I want to get on these young men. Let me get on these young men real quick. These teenage boys, these young adults, let's say between the ages of 15 and 25. We got these young adults who think sex is just great. Sex isn't great. This is coming from someone who was in that kind of sin, who was enjoying sex all the time. But it came to a point to whereas not only are you using the female, they're actually using you as well. See, a lot of guys, a lot of black men don't respect black women at all. A lot of black men don't treat black women as queens the way they're supposed to be treated. And the reason why is because, listening once again to Lil Wayne, listening to Jay-Z, men today, especially here down in South Florida, they have very little respect for women. It's always about, oh, I fucked that hoe last night. Oh, that's my bitch right there. Hoes, bitches, thoughts, showns. What kind of a black man refers to another black woman as a thought, as a shown, as a hoe, as a bitch? Very disrespectful. These black men, these young black men, they have no respect for women. When they see someone, when they see a woman, the only thing they look for is what? It's not her personality. It's not whether she got AIDS or not. It's not whether if she got something going on with her, if she's cursed or anything. What they're caring about is how big her titties are, how big her breasts are, how wide her hips are, how thick she is, and when can and when can they fuck her. That's what these black men think about. That's all they ever think about when it comes to women. A lot of these young black men, they don't even respect women. And it's really sad. One thing that's really sad is that this younger generation, it's just basically passing down the curses to these younger boys, these younger black boys, because their fathers are the younger generation, because you got these young fathers in the ages of 25 and younger, who was in the world and who was worldly, who don't have Yahweh or Yeshua in their life, who aren't saved, and they're basically teaching their sons how to be just like them. Having their young sons watch movies with drugs and cursing and sex in it. Young fathers, I'm talking about these young men now, young fathers, young black fathers at that, cursing at the baby mamas, calling them a bitch, calling them a hoe, some of them hitting on them, just indoctrinating all these curses into their sons, and then their sons grow up and they carry on the curses on to other people, onto the next generation. A lot of these young black men, they can't even lead for themselves because they're too busy following their friends. They're too busy following what's trending, what's hot. They're too busy following what other people are doing. And not only what other people are doing, it's what these worldly hip-hop artists and rap artists are doing. And it's like they're drones in one sense, because like I said, it's that tunnel vision. When you don't have Yahweh in your life and you're not spiritual, you're going to be following the world. You're going to be succumbing to Satan's kingdom. You're going to be succumbing to Satan's will for your lives. And once you've done that, and when you've been seeded into it, when you've been so accustomed to such worldly things, it's really hard to come out of it, people. It's really hard. It's very hard. And it's funny because, you know, as a young gay black person, as male myself, I carry myself on a whole nother level. I'm more spiritual. When I go out, I always dress nicely. I mean, sometimes I'll wear my dress pants, my dress shoes, my boots, dress shirts, my vests. I'll make sure my hair looks nice. I'll make sure I look presentable. A lot of people look at me differently. A lot of these younger heterosexual worldly black men, they laugh upon me because they think I'm weird. They think, you know, when they see a person like me, they're weirded out. My thing is that you can call me what you want, you know, faggot this, faggot that, whatever. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we're talking about what you're following. Are you a leader? Who are you following after? Who are you leading? What are you standing for? You can't be standing for yourself when you're showing your boxers and your stank ass with your jeans hanging over your ass down to your knees and down to your ankles. I mean, what's so cute about that? Gold teeth. I mean, I don't remember our ancestors wearing gold teeth and sagging their pants, acting ghetto, acting ratchet, acting uneducated. I don't remember anything about that. And then we want to talk about these house niggas, these worldly black men in the church who are so gone because they're too busy following the indoctrinations of religion, which is all man-made structures, which is what I really can't understand, is that a lot of these black men, worldly black men, they're thinking they're going to this church, to these churches for fellowship. But at the same time, you got a pastor sitting there lying in your face, putting up this facade that Yeshua was a white man when he really wasn't. Got you house niggas in these churches working for these preachers, working for these pastors, serving in the church. Serve the Lord and you'll be blessed. People, let me say this again. Yahweh is not of the church and he's not for the church. Yeshua is the truth and he is the light. I don't know what the hell this Caesar Borgia, who's Yeshua, that a lot of these house niggas, worldly black men be worshiping. They serving in the churches. They're and it's really funny because you see a lot of these house niggas, these worldly black men, serving the pastor as security guards, protecting him, as if he's like such royalty. Nobody is royalty on this earth at all. The only royalty, and let me rephrase that, because this world is basically of Satan. The only royalty is Yahweh and His Son Yeshua. That's it. And I want to ask these worldly black men, these house niggas in these churches, what are you gaining from indoctrinations from your pastors who went to these man-made colleges to learn how to preach and whatever, what have you? What are you gaining from that? And you're going to these churches and you feel like you're being blessed, you're giving your offerings, and then you come out of the church and you're still sitting. For you married black men, let me get on you as well. You're committing adultery. You have multiple mistresses, multiple girlfriends. You worldly black men who are secretly gay, acting as though you're so masculine, is that you're straight. Well, you're messing with other men on the side while you're married and when you have kids and while you have girlfriends. You got these worldly black men who don't even know who they are. They can't even be themselves. They're too afraid to be themselves. They're too afraid to lead. They're too afraid to gain their own pride. They're too afraid to gain their own dignity. But they want to get everything of the world. They want to follow everything of the world because they think it's hot. They think it's what's the norm, what's trending. They feel like these worldly things are what black men are today. And then you got Satan who's just kicking back and just laughing at you motherfuckers because y'all are just so damn dumb. You got these white men sitting back laughing at these black people. I'm just going to say a lot of dumb niggas. Just really. It's really what you guys are. And I don't mean to speak in such anger, because it really isn't just anger itself. It's more so of disappointment. I'm speaking in disappointment because 80% of these worldly black men are all followers, following after Jay-Z, following after Lil Wayne, following after religion, after church, dumbass Israelite black men who think they're Israelites. Just dumb. There's nobody taking a stand. There's no one researching. There's no one worshiping Yahweh, the true God. There's no one worshiping Yeshua, the true Son. It's basically just really sad. And I'm just frustrated because we're the Lord's chosen people. It's an honor to know that the Son, Yeshua, was a black man. It's an honor. But it's a dishonor to him because these worldly black men don't honor him as a true son. However, they go to church and then they honor this white Caesar Borgia, Jesus. I'm just really done, I'm just really am. I just hope that this message reaches a lot of you worldly black men, and I hope that it opens your eyes to things, and I hope that you guys can reflect on what I'm saying and to look at things differently. And I hope that you guys will prevail and overcome these worldly things.